to be honest, I was actually experiencing some of that this week. And I would hear things from the teachers like, hey, I know what student is passing around the link. There are controls that you can put in place on Zoom and being able to show the teachers how to properly do it or the best practices, which is why I do the vlogs too, because I can tell them a million things, but some people really are need the visual aspect of it. Some teachers that I had to go sit down with a 6-foot distance and kind of walk them through it because they felt more safer and more secure with me sitting in the room. Even though I said, hey, you know, so, but a lot of it is really, really training the teachers and making the teachers feel equipped to be able to do it.
That's what I was going to say. The same thing that Tara just said is showing the teachers, because I'll have a teacher say, somebody joined my meeting and I couldn't get them out. Yes, you could. You know, so it is training the teachers and, you know, having the right tools. So thank goodness the tool we use is not, we use Google because we're a Google district, and they're adding those controls, actually just added this week for my district. So, you know, the waiting room controls, making sure no one comes in anonymously, all of that, you know, just training teachers on how the settings are done and and their reaction if something does happen. Because if you panic, the whole class panics, and the person that has Zoom bombed or joined your meet, they know they're in control too, and they'll really take it to the next level depending on your reaction.
The communication with staff, I feel, has been the key, especially recently, because Meet has been changing so much, so fast, and you know, we've had to go back and say, hey, some of the advice that we had given you back in the spring with, you know, third-party extensions to tackle particular challenges that teachers and staff are having, you know, that's not valid anymore. Let's revisit this. But a lot of it's just the 21st century equivalent of what kids were already doing in class. So, I mean, I'd be lying if I said I haven't spent a lot of time in the Meet quality tool or in ManagedMethods Meet tool here, looking up that kind of information. But really just communication with teachers and staff on best practices for how to structure their meets, and Google's new tools that have come out. We've received, you know, most of them, I feel at this point, specifically the kind of the management tools have been fantastic. Google probably was a little late to the game on that, and kind of, you know, I'm kind of afraid to talk ill of them because I don't know, you know, but you know, they probably were a little late to the game on that, but the things that we've seen so far, I really feel like they've delivered and will be of huge benefit to our teachers and staff.
Yeah. Yeah, just getting the information to staff about, here's, to your point, Chris, things are rapidly changing. How do you get that information to staff effectively to say, oh, here's something, a new tool you can take advantage of if you need to. And even just the ability we have to find and report information and deal with situations as we need to is there too. So that's been useful.